Inflation jumped at its fastest pace in nearly 40 years last month, pushing up household expenses, gobbling up wage gains, and putting pressure on President Biden to address the growing threat to the U.S. economy. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Evan Forrester. The Consumer Price Index released today shows a 7% spike in inflation compared to this time last year. Prices have risen sharply for nearly everything, and those rising prices have wiped out healthy pay increases that a number of Americans have been receiving, making it more difficult for households to afford basic expenses. As Fox 43's SHAQUILLE OMARI reports this evening, prices at grocery stores have grown in recent weeks, compounding the already existing supply chain shortage issues they're facing.
For some, weaving through grocery aisles was once an easy task.
Just run in, grab, and go.
But the sight of empty shelves is making shopping trips more difficult for customers.
We have nothing. Can't find the things I want. Can't find the regular things I was able to find before.
Sherry Baade, a York resident, says she's noticed everyday necessities like milk, bread, and canned soups have been missing from stores. At Carnes, cat food is no longer in stock. How does that make you feel?
Like I live in a foreign country. Like I, live in the Soviet Union and we are having everything rationed out.
Economists say the shortage of workers like truck drivers prevents shelves from being stocked quickly.
Today, you have a relatively high absentee rate from employees, right, in many industries. You've got men and women and like their job and we're still doing their job. And then COVID comes along and it makes their job so much more difficult and challenging. And they said, you know what? I'm just going to retire. I was going to retire anyway.
As the demand for goods increases, so do the prices.
Just makes things tighter, that's all. That's all. You have less options. You've got less money in your pocket, you have less options.
Current store managers say the cost of cakes and chips have climbed for items they can't receive. They're forced to find other vendors.
It's frustrating, but we work through it. We have to. Everybody, just make everybody happy.
Baade, who's retired on a fixed income, says she will now shop online for groceries.
Between the price of everything, the lack of product, I don't know how people who make less than I make are surviving.
For those items that may be hard to find, like, for example, fries in this freezer aisle, economists predict shelves will return to normal, but the time frame remains a mystery. In Newberry Township, York County, SHAQUILLE OMARI, Fox 43 News.